Hi, this is Vicki. I said I'd show you how I make my shadow box out of a photo frame. I don't know if there's any other ones out there. I'm sure there are, but this is my version. I like to use a one that's a wooden frame, and that way it's kind of roughed up a little bit for you. This is really rough, so it should do really good. We'll see. First of all, you need to take the back off, take the glass out, and store that somewhere where it won't get broke. And first of all, what I do, so it's been a few months since I've done this. Yeah, okay, I think I painted it first, so I decided on two colors. I thought I'd try the Peaches and Cream, and Folk Art, it's a linen. It's called Linen. So that will be my top coat. What I'm going to do is do a crackle version. I know there's different ways to crackle. You can use Elmer's glue, but since I've already got some crackle glaze here, that's what I'm going to use. So first of all, I'm going to paint it Peaches and Cream, and we'll do that. Hopefully I've got enough. I checked this all out before I got started, so I think I'll use my sponge brush. Doesn't matter. Well, this looks kind of a weird color, but it's just going to show through, so it's not going to be too bad. I hope not. We will find out. You know, I'm going to stop this so I can save my time and keep you people out there from being bored until I get this all painted, okay? Okay, now that I've painted this, the Peaches and Cream, I guess I should tell you, if it's made out of wood, go around and fill the rough spots on it. And I just took a nail file, an old wooden nail file, and sanded it down a little bit, and then I repainted over top of it. And when you do take your back off, leave these in, because these are going to be your supports too for the back of your frame. Okay, so now that I got painted Peaches and Cream, or whatever base coat you want to use, I take my crackle glaze and you shake it up a little bit, because I believe it separates and then you won't get a good crackle with that. So I'm going to put my crackle on. You can put it on with a brush, you can put it on whatever you want. Put it on with whatever you want. And when you do paint your frame, don't forget the inside part. And the outside edge. Guess I probably could skip this part, because all what you want to know is how I get the frame in the back, but I'll do it this way. See, there's a little roughness there, but I think it'll be okay. We'll find out. And if you hold it just at the right angle, you can see. If you got that on. Good. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to dry that with a gun, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got that done. What I decided while I was doing that, I think what I'll do is just show you how, still not dry, how I do the back, because that's mainly what you folks want to see anyway. So what do? Is I take this piece, you know, this piece that came out of the back, take this, Take your frame lid out of the way. All you got to do is trace around it. Okay. And you trace around it a couple times because you got to make your tops and your bottoms to fit. You'll see why. Gotta think this through again. I'm pretty sure that's how I did it. Okay. Okay, now what you gotta decide is how deep you want it. Your shadow box. I believe I went, I did is just stuck this in there, and I didn't, just for easy purposes, I just went for, I think, a 1 inch depth. Okay, so that is how wide you need to make your side, your frame. So I'm going to do just my pen like that. So that means I need 2 long ones. So there's one. I could do it this way. And 2 long ones. Okay. So those 2 pieces you need. Now you need the same width on this. You need 2 of these. That's why you've got to draw around your frame twice. There's one end piece, and there's your second. Okay, so now we cut these out. I could do this with my box cutter, but I think I can handle this like this. Well, this might not be the right depth that you want. If you want it 1.5 inches, you can go whatever depth that you want. Okay, I'm going to stop this so you can see this later. Hold on. Okay, now, like I said, you can use chipboard or you can use heavy cardboard. It doesn't matter as long as it will fit in there. Okay, so I might have that just a hair too long, which is okay. You can shave it down because you want that to fit in there snug. Okay, and this is, you just trial fit it first before you start to glue it. You can see where I'm going with this now. Clean that up a little bit. Put that in there like that. See, that's just a little bit too long, but that's okay. We can make it work. You do want it a little snug. Okay. And then your last piece will go in there like so. Now, when you do put these in, make sure your little black tabs that held your glass in is still in there, because that gives you support. Okay. Alright, now, this is the part where you got to decide what color you want the back of your picture to look. If you want the same color as that peach, or you can do which I did was my top coat is going to be linen. So you can do that. Now, probably, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use gesso. just to make sure that it covers it real nice. So that's my next step, and I'll be right back. Okay, what I found out, and I'd forgotten what I'd done, was once you cut your frame, this frame here, you've got to find a way you're going to connect the side pieces together. So what I done was just cut a 1-inch wide strip, however long you want, and glue it on there. Glue your corners together. So you see how I got that in there, okay? So I took this quick drying tacky glue, and put it on. Yeah, they're going to fall off. Okay. So remember, don't paint your stuff until you've got your thing put together. I'd forgotten what I had done, and that's okay. See, you just got to make sure it bends, like so. Okay. And you can still wiggle it. It's just, if somebody can come up with a better idea, that'd be great. Well, you know, I was thinking too, you could probably do this with balsa wood, but not everybody's got balsa wood hanging around, like just laying around, which I just happen to have today because I asked my husband to cut me some things out, but cardboard works just as nice. And okay, now we got to do this other end. And glue these together like so, and like so. Doesn't matter if it comes back out, you just got to, the idea is to make sure it bends when you put it back in there. Okay. It's a little fiddly, but it works. It works for me. Okay, one more corner. This is my other last piece. It doesn't have to be anything real super strong. I think this is just plain white, lightweight cardstock. And stick one end on. Stick the other end together. Fold it over. And stick your frame down in there. And it'll be a little snug. Hopefully not too bad, but you want it to stay in there. Make sure you get it on the other side of your little black thingamajigs. And that bows out just a little bit too much, but I think I can, that might be because of the little wire there. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, now what you gotta do is take your trusty little glue gun. I think this is what I done. I'll probably have to think about it and end up doing something different. Take it back out a little bit. Put a bead of glue. I think this is what I did. I don't know. We'll find out. Yep, I held it in. And do the other side. This way. And put it on the other side of your little black thingamajig. push it in, and that's not going all the way down. It's because my cardboard, a little piece of cardboard's keeping it from going all the way. Okay, so there is your back of your frame or your shadow box. Now you can go back behind this little piece, just give it a shot of the glue gun to hold it back in, like so. What I done, and let's see how am I going to get that in there. Doesn't have to be a whole lot, just enough for it to grab a hold so it stays back in. That's not all the way down in. Yeah, you got to have it all the way down. It's got to go all the way down. If you don't have it all the way down to the bottom of the frame, you're going to have a gap. Sorry. I think that'll work. Okay. If it's not, this won't make it on YouTube. If it works, then if you're watching it, then it worked, right? Okay, so we got our sides together. That's all glued in. It's pretty firm. Now, to see if this fits, which it does, and you glue that in. But you put a piece of whatever paper you want on there. If you want a decorative piece, you want to start with a black background, whatever color you want, is to you put that on there, glue that on, and then you glue the back on. And so let's just say I did, and there you go. You've got a little shadow box. You can make it as deep as you want, shallow as you want, or whatever, but to me that's probably about an inch. You could probably go for 1.5 inches if you wanted to, but that's how I do it. So if you're interested, let's hang around and we'll see how my crackle turns out. And let's see what happens. And when you crackle, you should do one long strokes. But I don't know, it's hard to do long strokes because it's just a habit of going back over it. Okay. Don't forget your insides. You can see it's cracking right now. Cracking right behind me. Ends. I don't know if you can see that cracking or not. Let me zoom in. See the cracks. It's cracking. Looks pretty good. Okay, I'll go back out again. Going over a little rough spot there, but that's okay. pretty good. Whoops. They're not big cracks. They're not deep. It's just very light, but I guess it's all what you like. Don't try to touch it back up because you'll end up pulling the paint off. So you need to go lightly. As for the inside of your frame, it's kind of nice if you could do, if you want it just all depends on what you're looking for. Now you could leave it white. I could paint it this linen color to carry the color on in through, or actually I think my last one I used actually some scrapbooking paper that I used on the inside. Of course you would put that on your papers before you put your frame together, your back of your frame. So that's how you make it. And then I'm sure you guys know how to decorate your own. Decorate it as you go. That's how I do it. And I will hold this up so you can see that there it is a nice crack on there. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm 21 minutes. Well, okay. That's it. That's how you make it. And like I said, you take this piece here and you glue it on the back after you've put what you want on it, your final piece on the back, and then you build out and carry out your theme. No big deal. There might be easier way, like I said, but that's the way I did it because that's the things that I had. So there you have it. Your own altered picture frame shadow box. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.